A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew, chapter 5, verses 38 to 42. Passage taken from the Message version of the Bible. Here's another old saying that deserves a second look. Eye for eye, tooth for tooth. Is that going to get us anywhere? Here's what I propose. Don't hit back at all. If someone strikes you, stand there and take it. If someone drags you into court and sues for the shirt off your back, gift wrap your best coat and make a present of it. And if someone takes unfair advantage of you, use the occasion to practice the servant life. No more tit-for-tat stuff. Live generously. The Gospel of the Lord.
Reflections on the Gospel according to Matthew chapter 5 verses 38 to 42. In an era without police forces, when revenge easily escalated and continued for generations, this law was designed to stop the endless cycle of violence by respecting honor on the one hand and restricting retaliations on the other. The book of Exodus permitted aggression to the extent of the damage caused and nothing more than that. So it read, "You are to take life for life, eye for an eye, tooth for tooth," and so on. But Jesus rejects this proposal. Aggression and violence have no place in the world of Jesus. He wants to break the chain of violence, turn enemies into friends, make a new culture of forgiveness, a culture of appreciating the dignity of people visible in the world. To strike on the right cheek, a right-handed aggressor must strike with the back of his hand. It could be a dismissive, contemptuous action with an attitude of presumed superiority. This was how the masters of the land punished their slaves. When the master, with his large ring of authority on his right hand fingers, strikes the slave on the cheek with the back of his hand, that bruises the cheek. Jesus wants his disciples to practice restraint even in such moment of humiliation and contempt. Moreover, by turning the other cheek, there is a possibility that the slave could expose the violence of the aggressor, the master, and peacefully challenge it at the same time. For those who believe in Jesus and follow him, retaliation is no option and forgiveness is mandatory. In Palestine at that time, normal dress of a man consisted of two garments, a basic tunic or the undergarment with sleeves, usually of wool or linen, that extended down to the knees, and then draped over that a larger cloak, outer garment. For the poor working class people, their outer garment was also used as a blanket at night. In cases where creditors could claim the outer garment as surety for a loan, the law required that it should be returned by nightfall. Jesus' extreme suggestion that the disciple offer the inner garment as well as the outer one meant that they would be left naked. But by avoiding violence and maintaining personal dignity, the disciple is assured of inner peace, and he could challenge the moral bankruptcy of a society that required pledges and mortgages. Roman soldiers had the habit of using local residents to carry their packs. Authorities permitted the custom. However, the Roman law restricted to 1 mile the distance that a soldier could demand of the carrier. Remember the instance of Simon of Cyrene, who was forced to carry the cross of Jesus on the way to Calvary? Jesus demands his disciples to go the 2nd mile. Jesus refused to accept that the poor peasants were totally powerless. But in the face of injustice and oppression, unlike the zealots, he would not advise violent rebellion.